Matthithyahu chapter 21. And when they came near to Yahushalayim and came to Bethphage at the Mount of Olives, then Yahusha sent two taught ones, saying to them, Go into the village opposite you, and straightway you shall find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Loosen them and bring them to me. And if anyone says whatever to you, you shall say, The master needs them, and immediately he shall send them. And all this took place, that it might be filled what was spoken by the prophet, saying, Say to the daughter of Zion, See, your sovereign is coming to you, meek, and sitting on a donkey, even a colt, the foal of a donkey. And the taught ones went, and having done as Yahusha ordered them, and brought the donkey and the colt, and laid their garments on them, and he sat on them. And most of the crowd spread their garments on the way, while others cut down branches from the trees and spread them on the way. And the crowds who went before and those who followed cried out, saying, Hoshiana to the son of David. Blessed is he who is coming in the name of Yah. Hoshiana in the highest. And as he entered into Yahushalayim, all the city was stirred, saying, Who is this? And the crowd says, This is Yahusha, the prophet from Nazareth of Galilee. And Yahusha went into the set-apart place of Elohim, and drove out all those buying and selling in the set-apart place, and overturned the tables of the money changers, and the seats of those who sold doves. And he said to them, It has been written, My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers. And blind and lame ones came to him in the set-apart place, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonders which he did, and the children crying out in the set-apart place, saying, Hoshiana to the son of David, they were greatly displeased, and said to him, Do you hear what these say? And Yahusha said to them, Yes. Have you never read, Out of the mouth of babes and nurslings you have perfected praise? And having left them, he went out of the city to Bethanyah, and spent the night there. And returning to the city early in the morning, he became hungry. And seeing a single fig tree by the way, he came to it and found naught on it but leaves, and said to it, Let no fruit grow on you ever again. And immediately the fig tree withered. And the taught ones, seeing it, marveled, saying, How did the fig tree wither so soon? And Yahusha answering said to them, Truly I say to you, if you have belief and do not doubt, you shall not only do what was done to the fig tree, but even if you say to this mountain, Be removed and be thrown into the sea, it shall be done. And whatever you ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive. And when he had come into the set-apart place, the chief priests and the elders of the people came to him as he was teaching, and said, By what authority are you doing these? And who gave you this authority? And Yahusha answering said to them, I shall ask you one question too, which if you answer me, I shall also say to you by what authority I do these. The immersion of Yohanan, where did it come from? From heaven or from men? So they reasoned among themselves, saying, If we say from heaven, he shall say to us, Then why did you not believe him? But if we say from men, we feared the crowd, for all hold Yohanan as a prophet. And they answered Yahusha and said, We do not know. And he said to them, Neither do I say to you what authority I do these. But what do you think? A man had 2 sons, and he came to the first and said, Son, go work today in my vineyard. But he answering said, I do not wish to. But afterwards he repented and went. And having come to the second, he said similarly. And he answering said, I go, master. But he did not go. Which of these 2 did the desire of the Father? And they said to him, The first. Yahusha said to them, Truly I say to you, that tax collectors and whores are entering into the reign of Elohim before you. For Yohanan came to you in the way of righteousness, and you did not believe him, but tax collectors and whores believed him. And when you saw it, you did not repent afterwards to believe him. Hear another parable. There is a certain man, a householder, who planted a vineyard and placed a hedge around it, and dug a winepress in it, and built a watchtower. And he released it to the farmers and went abroad. And when the season of the fruits drew near, he sent his servants to the farmers to receive its fruit. And the farmers took its servants and beat one, and they killed one, and they stoned another. Again, he sent other servants more than the first, and they did likewise to them. And at last he sent his son to them, saying, They shall respect my son. But when the farmers saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him. Let us possess his inheritance. And they took him and threw him out of the vineyard and killed him. Therefore, when the master of the vineyard comes, what shall he do to these farmers? And they said to him, Evil ones. He shall bring them to evil destruction, and lease the vineyard to other farmers, who shall give to him the fruits in their seasons. Yahusha said to them, Did you never read in the scriptures? The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. This was from Yah, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Because of this, I say to you, the reign of Elohim shall be taken from you and given to a nation, bringing forth the fruits of it. And he who falls on this stone shall be broken, but on whomever it falls, he shall be pulverized. And the chief priests and Pharisees, having heard his parables, knew that he was speaking of them. And seeing to lay hands on him, they feared the crowds, seeing that they held him to be a prophet.